Hey, everybody! Happy...
Happy...
is this going to be our first episode of Season 5?
Season 5!
Cinco 5.
Season 5. We're still alive.
Yep. And our goal is to go on a very long streak, but we needed some time off from the end of Season 4 to now, because we had some big things in the works.
Season 5 is going to look a little different.
Yeah. It is, at least the beginning of Season 5 is going to be primarily...
Disney!
Based. Yes. We have some exciting news.
Yeah.
It is huge.
We're moving to Disney.
We are. I am becoming the pastor to all the Disney characters.
Oh, man! I will be their psychologist.
Yep. They got a lot of trauma. All these kids want to hug me.
It's very
just too many hugs.
We need to be there for the characters.
Uh-huh.
You know, we've got some girls in there that are having identity crises. Am I Belle? Am I Ariel? They got me doing both. What am I going to do?
I'm Cruella de Vil. Like, what does it mean that I'm a villain and all of it? Am I really a villain?
This is great. This is not accurate. But we are going to be focusing on Disney because we are getting so blessed. God has made it possible that we get to do a mini trip with some of our family. Yeah,
we're very excited. And it's all thanks to, we had
COVID. Yeah.
So it was a weird moment of, so Gabby's cousin is having a very cool engagement party in Florida. And unfortunately, for a long time, we thought we couldn't go just because of with the quarantine restrictions.
Yeah, and with our jobs and everything.
Yeah, but thanks to some new rules from the CDC, if you had COVID, Gabby's job told her they didn't have to quarantine.
Right, within 90 days of your COVID diagnosis and recovery.
Yeah.
Because, and then you don't have to quarantine when you return. So it made it possible for us to actually go, which is huge.
Yeah.
So we're really excited.
Very excited about that. So, anyway, that's where we are. We've begun the planning, and for the record, Gabby has done like the lion's share, and like by that it's like 99.9% of the ticketing, the calling of the Disney, the power, the struggles, and she has done it amazingly so.
It has been a joint effort. Adam's complimentary.
No, she really has done it all. I've given preferences of what I like, but Gabby is like, she's owned the mission here.
Well, I'll tell you. So you might already know this if you've tried to, first of all, if you've tried to schedule Disney in regular world, it's already complicated and it's already expensive because Disney, you've got to, obviously we live in New Jersey, so you've got to travel, you got to figure out, are you going to drive, are you going to try to get a good flight, which airport you're going to go out of, and then you're also thinking about, you've got to get the tickets for everybody, then you've got to get the lodging for everybody, then are you going to do a car, are you going to try to get a hotel with a shuttle? Very important if you're in Disney World because you want to be able to access the parks and leave and come and go, so that's a big thing. And then, just forever and ever things. But with COVID, it's very different because now there's like an intense time factor.
Oh, yeah.
There's a very, it kind of reminds me a little bit of, did you have this in college where scheduling classes?
Oh, where everybody logs on at once and it crashes the system? Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know if kids today have that. Oh my gosh.
I know they have times where
young adults have that today.
I know that they have. Oh yeah. I'm making this sound old.
I know.
I know I'm on death's door here, but you don't have to remind me. It's just a dagger to my kidney.
Gosh, that's really funny. Well, do college students have that today where they have to, it's everyone, what we had was this grade can sign on at this time on this day to register for classes. And what you did to prepare, you had all of your class, you had already figured out the schedule you wanted and wrote down all the numbers and everything. And then you're sitting there ready, beforehand. And then you press login, do you press in 30 seconds before?
Yep.
Or on the dot, because if you do 30 seconds before, it might say no, but then it logs you out, but then you have to log back in. Now you're 30 seconds after everybody.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
It was very intense. And then you get locked out of classes within minutes, and then you have to have all your backups ready and just do it and just log in and accept the classes, right? So anyways, very timed scenario. And so Disney had reminded me of that right now because you have to, everything, it's hard to figure out the order of operations.
Yeah.
Because you have to buy the ticket first, but when you buy the ticket, you check which parks have availability on the date you're trying to go. And not all parks always do.
Yep.
So then by the time you buy the ticket, then you have to immediately register for which park you want, because between that time you could lose the park that you're trying to go to.
Yeah.
And now you have a ticket for the day that you want, but you can, like, the park you want is not there.
Now we are doing the we have 2 days in parks. One day we're doing a Disney park. The other day we're doing Universal. And we have the park hopper there, so we've got to move quick. Disney, though, in a way, it helped us make a decision, just because we didn't have as many options. Because unfortunately,
one of the days it didn't have one.
Well, Hollywood Studios was sold out both days, actually.
You're right.
So,
you're right. Yeah.
Which is actually in our world, you know, when we had talked about going before, and it was a toss-up between Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom if we were doing a day. You know, Hollywood Studios has all the new attractions, which is... Oh, hit something there.
I think it was a little pothole.
Oh, okay. And which is super interesting and, like, things we want to see. But Magic Kingdom is classic, so it was like, okay, you know, it was just this hard, like, choice of...
Yeah, it was really hard because Adam, you know, we were really trying to go based on... Adam hasn't been there in, like, 12 years.
Yeah.
So I've been there, but actually Hollywood Studios has changed since I've been there, but with the new Star Wars stuff, which I don't really care about, but it's really cool whenever there's a new section.
Oh, yeah.
And Adam cares about Star Wars, so, you know. And Hollywood Studios, they do have a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, you got Tower of Terror, Rock and Roll Roller Coaster.
The Toy Story World, that's
Toy Story
my
World,
favorite part
yeah.
about it. But it was closed anyway, so you're right. It did kind of just help us eliminate one decision out of many decisions you have to make.
Not that we wouldn't have wanted the option, but it's like, okay, you know what? We don't have to have like, our previous debate that we had about this when we attempted to go another time was, like, drawn out. And it was mostly my fault because, like, I just was panning through. Like, normally I'm decisive, but this is like... Okay, I know that until we have kids that are old enough to go, this is a decision I'm living with. I might have multiple cars before this goes through next time. So it's like, I'm living with this decision. And it was just, because at the same time, although Hollywood Studios was winning the day for me, Magic Kingdom is, like, iconic and beautiful and very cool. And so just knowing we had to go to Magic Kingdom versus, and we weren't really... For this, Epcot wasn't the right one, and neither was the what's the part the animal one?
Oh, Animal Kingdom.
Both awesome, but
so
not
good.
not as competitive as Magic Kingdom for us.
And you only have one day. We chose Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
and we're happy with it.
Yeah, I feel great about that.
It'll be great.
I can't wait to go on Space Mountain, all the fun. Oh, I want to do the haunted house.
So what else do we have to do for planning? Right?
Well, we still have to get the last bit of our tickets.
Yes, we still have to do that.
And now we are working on packing.
No, we have tickets. We need to get a rental car.
Yep.
And we need to do our...
A hotel in Miami.
Yep, and we need to do the passes.
Fast passes.
But there's a couple of fast passes that I think we can do. We need to schedule those and, like, plan out our itinerary of the day.
Oh, yeah. That I'm ready to trample children.
It's going to be very intense. Apparently for Universal, tip to the wise, they told us that you can actually get locked out of Universal, which is also very stressful. Disney you can't because you've registered, so that's part of the benefit of doing that crazy. You have to register. So you now we've registered, we have that locked in. So we could get there late or whatever, even though we won't. But Universal, it could fill up.
Yeah.
So if you get there late, they could say, well, you have to wait until someone leaves to get in. So we will not be late for Universal.
I thought it was that you just couldn't go, that they'd send you to the other park.
I'm not really sure. The woman I talked to said that they'll send you, you'll have to wait, and then, but for us, we do have a park hopper, so that is good. So probably we could just go in either one. That's a good point.
Yeah,
I wonder for that.
Yeah. So we're in a safe place there, which
that does make it more safe, yeah.
Yeah. But now it's starting to turn to packing, and...
Oh, yes. I really want to pack. I want to just pack now. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're like 3 weeks out, or 2.5 weeks out. 2.5 weeks out, and Gabby was saying, I want to start packing.
I do.
Which is, I'm always about it.
Which is funny, because Adam usually packs in advance.
No, I don't know if I go crazy. Yeah, I do pack in advance.
For me, because when you're talking about Disney and stuff, you're thinking, what outfit am I going to wear at Magic Kingdom? There's just little things that you're like...
You're going to go for very cute, right?
Me and Caitlin usually, do that. And I think we can even do that more because now, usually we go in the extreme heat of the summer, and now we're not. So
it's still
I'm
80 and 90 there.
I know, but we usually go in August.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you sweat a new body every day.
No, that's fair.
So, okay, so the outfit piece, but then also we have to think accessories, and that is 2 big questions. Do you know what they are?
I have
accessory-wise?
I have no idea. I feel
We
like
talked extensively about both of them.
one of them I know.
Okay, go
And I
ahead.
want to hop back to outfits
go
for a
ahead,
moment.
go ahead.
You see, Gabby is going for cute, and I might adjust based on this now. But my initial thought was bum.
What?
Because I was going with like athletic shorts and
Oh.
t-shirt because my initial experience in parks
Yep.
is they are extraordinarily dirty.
Not these parks. They're beautiful.
No,
They're pristine.
True, but you know what? I've often ruined clothing at these things
Sure,
just because
sure.
you're moving, you rub up on grease somewhere, and it's like, I'll be real. Like I buy nice shorts every summer, so they're good, and I ruin them because of stains like this stuff every year without
No,
it.
you should still wear your athletic shorts. I totally agree.
Yeah.
But you can still make it a cute outfit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll try.
You can.
But one accessory, and this is a big one for me because it is something I have railed against, I have hated against, a fanny pack.
Hey, fanny
Now-
packs for the win!
This is the only thing that would drive me to ever buy or wear one, but 3 days ago, I went and bought a fanny pack.
And where does he buy a fanny pack
REI.
from?
It's the
REI.
you know-
Who does that?
Well, here's the reasoning. One, if I have to do this, I have to at least get one that, as much as I can like a fanny pack, I want to do that. I was so insecure asking one of the workers where they were. I was like, yeah, cool. I was like, they had
What
to
did they
think.
say to you?
No, the guy was being very polite, very helpful,
Yeah,
just an excellent employee, and I had to look like the biggest jerk in the world. But I'm just like, I've mocked these things on anyone. It's not just a guy thing or a girl
Particular
thing.
me.
In particular, Gabby, but I've also mocked others with it
Sure,
too.
sure.
I've mocked my
You're right.
intern at one point that
You're
wore
right.
a fanny pack.
You're right.
McKenna, sorry.
Love you.
Yeah, but I've taken shot. The only person I've not taken a shot at with this is The Rock, and that's just because he's amazing.
Yeah. you
Yeah,
can
but
wear it. Yeah.
I wanted to. The thing was, Disney, you could bring a backpack, and you can in Universal, but you have to use lockers in Universal, and I do not want to waste a moment of my life finding a locker.
Nope.
Because that, this is 10 years. I'm not trying to figure out where this is. But I really want to. The key thing for me was I wanted to bring my GoPro because,
Yep.
one, we want to do videos every day and podcast from Disney, so we're super excited about that.
Yeah.
But also, the one thing that we know is that GoPros offer such great, selfies. So when
Yeah.
we're, say, in Magic Kingdom and we want to get, Belle's Castle
Yeah,
in
a
there,
whole
it's
group shot.
yeah, and really get the background of where we are. It
Yeah.
really helps a lot to have, the fish-angled lenses, they call it.
That's great, especially because with COVID, I'm not sure what the situation. Usually, you'd be like, "Oh, can you take this picture for me?" and pass off phones and stuff. But I don't know, if people will be comfortable with that
Yeah.
or not. So this one, we don't have to rely on that, which is really, really great.
Yeah. And, so that was my accessory
It
of
was
shame.
important. In order to get Adam on board with this, it really had to emphasize efficiency.
Yeah, no,
I think that was the key piece.
this is a place where I care. I feel like this is a no-hold-bar world. It's kind of like
Don't hold back.
Yeah. This is like going to a IPS. That's where I was talking with one of my friends who's very masculine, very strong. His 2 kids. He's there. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that. But then he had a moment and thought, except in Disney.
I love
Because
it.
it is right. It's like, hey, you're there and, you're thinking like, hey, spending a lot of money. This is an incredible experience. What normally appearances matter more to me. It's just this I am not willing to sacrifice.
To do whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
So I have always said that a fanny pack is great. So I actually have 2 fanny packs that I can choose from, but I do like my one. So I'll be set with my fanny pack. But we have to think about how do you pack the fanny pack? What goes into the fanny pack?
Oh,
You don't want to overstuff it if you don't have to.
Yeah, very
Because
true.
I can speak from experience. After 8 to 9 in the park, it does actually get a little. You feel it.
okay,
It
fair
can get
enough.
heavy. It can get heavy. So if you don't need an extra anything, you don't add that.
That
in.
makes sense,
Yeah.
yeah.
So phone has to go in. Because
Yep.
we have My Disney Experience. You really need the phone at this point in the parks.
Yep.
To look at wait times and plan your things, and to communicate around the park. And
Exactly.
To separate. An
I-
extra mask.
Yeah, maybe 2 actually.
Yep.
That I would say in this world, hand sanitizer is not bad.
Yeah, but I probably won't do it.
Okay.
That's a waste for me.
Fair
Just
enough.
Extra. Chapstick though, I will do.
Chapstick.
Absolutely need that. Sunglasses.
Eh,
I need that.
yeah, okay.
It gets really sunny in there.
I'm gonna throw in a GoPro for mine.
You need a GoPro.
Maybe a small snack as well.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Okay,
something
that's a good
hard.
idea.
Something hard. I feel like actually like mixed nuts would be good.
Oh,
because,
wow,
like
a little
chip.
snack. That's smart.
Yeah, because that way it's just enough. Like you're in line. You're not like it's not stopping you from eating, but
Yep.
it keeps you from getting grumps.
Yep, that's smart. And then face wipes would be awesome.
Face wipes.
Well, like, because you're going to be wearing the mask and if you're sweating and stuff.
I
But
see.
I don't know if I can fit that. That's like ancillary, I have to
Yeah.
say.
I think I could actually fit a small Patagonia Houdini coat in mine. So I'm waiting. I did not get it the other day because I thought I'm like, ooh, I like this coat, but it's like okay,
Yeah.
it's a good raincoat, but unless I know it's gonna rain and it's not the rainy season, it's a waste.
It's called a Houdini coat because it can fit really tiny.
Yeah, it's like it folds up to like that little small.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's very good. It's like a lightweight rain jacket.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to look at the weather again to see if there's any hint of rain.
Yeah,
and then
because-
maybe you will add that.
Well, or we might need ponchos.
Or ponchos. Yes.
I hate ponchos.
Yep, but that's okay. Again, you'll do it. For the
I'll get the
trip.
Houdini coat.
Do it if we need to do it.
I would. Or just run free. But
Yeah, that's it.
yeah, all right.
Okay,
Thanks.
and what's the second mask? Wait, I already said it.
Mask.
The other accessory is mask, and that's the other thing we're really looking at, and we haven't decided yet. You will see once we go to Disney, but we are trying to expand our mask selection
Yeah.
to see how can we survive Disney and hopefully thrive in Disney with masks on
Oh yeah. We just
all the time. Like you cannot take them off. They are
Yeah.
very, very strict.
they won't let you take them off for pictures
Nope.
at Disney. So that's great. Which is hey, it's their place, I guess.
It
But
is
it's,
what it is.
Hey, I'm happy we could go, so I'm not even going to complain about that.
Yeah.
But it's so we ordered 2 sets of masks
Yep.
again on it because
Yep.
they're all
Yeah, we will check back in.
we'll
Some
give you
have
some
different
reviews on that.
Ear straps. We're trying to get some variety.
Huh?
We'll see.
We'll see you soon.
Okay.